Let's talk about compound interest. Often called the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest is the engine that drives true wealth building. But let's be honest, the mathematics behind it can look like an alien language. Unless you have a spreadsheet or a financial calculator glued to your hand, it is incredibly difficult to visualize how quickly your money is actually working. You look at an investment offering a 7% return and another offering an 8% return, and you think, it's just 1%, who cares? Well, professional investors care immensely. They care because they use a specific mental shortcut to make decisions in seconds. They use a cheat code that forces compound interest to make sense to the human brain. It's called the Rule of 72. Today, we're going to do a complete breakdown of this rule. We'll look at where it came from, the simple math behind it, and exactly how you apply it to investments, debt, and even the sneaky theft of inflation. By the end of this short video, you will have a superpower that changes how you look at every financial decision. So where did this thing start? Unlike a lot of modern finance hacks that were cooked up by computer algorithms, the Rule of 72 is old. Like really old. It is generally accepted that the rule was first discussed by a man named Luca Pacioli in his monumental work Summa de Arithmetica, way back in 1494. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Pacioli is known as the father of accounting and was a close friend and collaborator of Leonardo da Vinci. It survived for over 500 years because, despite being a simplification, it is startlingly accurate for most normal interest rates. Often, this rule is misattributed to Albert Einstein. That is almost certainly just good marketing for the math. But the point is this: the brightest minds in human history used this tool because it makes complex growth instantly understandable. Now, let's get down to how it works. You take the number 72, you divide it by the annual rate of return you expect to get. The answer is the approximate number of years it will take for your money to double. Years to double equals 72 divided by annual interest rate. Note, when using this formula, you use the rate as a whole number. So if your rate is 8%, you divide 72 by 8, not 0.08. If you use 0.08, the rule says your money doubles in 900 years, and I promise you, you don't have that kind of time. It is that simple. Think of it as a financial stopwatch. So where do you actually apply this superpower? Let's start with the investment aspect, where the rule is most empowering. Imagine you have $10,000 to invest. Let's say you find a safe investment, maybe a traditional high-yield savings account or a generic bond fund, offering a guaranteed 3% annual return. You apply the rule. 72 divided by 3 equals 24. It will take 24 years for your $10,000 to become $20,000. That's linear and boring, but safe. But let's say you are more aggressive and you decide to invest that $10,000 into a diversified S&P 500 index fund, where the historical average return after inflation is around 8%. You apply your cheat code. 72 divided by 8 equals 9. Your $10,000 doubles in 9 years. Now, look at those two numbers, 24 years versus 9 years. A 5% difference in your interest rate didn't just change the numbers, it changed the time it took you to get wealthy. The 8% runner has already finished their doubling marathon before the 3% runner has even tied their shoes. That is how the wealthy think. They prioritize doubling periods over total value. But the Rule of 72 isn't always your friend. This rule works in absolute terrifying reverse when it comes to debt. This is why we focus so much on avoiding high-interest consumer debt on this channel. Let's look at credit cards. The average credit card interest rate is currently around 24%. Let's say you have $5,000 in credit card debt that you are ignoring. Let's apply the rule, but from the bank's perspective. 72 divided by 24 equals 3. Your debt is doubling every 3 years. If you ignore that $5,000 for just 6 years, it becomes $10,000, then $20,000. The Rule of 72 is the gravity pulling you down the hill if you're holding high-interest debt. Understanding this number is often the shock people need to start taking debt repayment seriously. Finally, we have the sneaky aspect of this rule, the thief that steals your money while you sleep. This is inflation. We all know inflation means prices go up, but a better way to think about it is that the purchasing power of your money goes down. The Rule of 72 can tell you exactly how fast that's happening. Let's say the long-term average inflation rate is hovering around 3 or 4%. Let's use 4% just to be safe. You apply the rule backwards to find how long it takes for the value of your cash to cut in half. 72 divided by 4 equals 18. If you have $10,000 sitting under your mattress as your safe emergency fund, in 18 years, that $10,000 will still say $10,000 on the bill, but it will only buy you $5,000 worth of actual stuff. This is why purely saving is actually losing. You're not keeping your money safe, you're guaranteeing its slow, mathematically predictable death. The rule of 72 proves that you must invest your cash at least to keep up with inflation. Otherwise, you are actively getting poorer. The rule of 72 isn't perfect. If you're dealing with crazy high interest rates like 100%, the math starts to get wonky. But for the normal rates that regular people deal with, like 3 to 25%, this is the single most important mental model you can own. Use it instantly to compare investments, quantify the danger of your debt, or realize the cost of inflation. Avoid the mistakes, make the smart moves, and build your wealth. Share this video with someone who needs this and subscribe for the next video.